Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Maria from Underthenightmoon, and I'm so excited to be able to show this super pretty rose journal that I've made for my Etsy shop. I haven't been doing a lot of work lately, and this was such a fun book to make because I just used things that I absolutely love. There was no pressure to make more than one. And that's really just me putting pressure on myself, trying to make more than one item. And it was really fun just to kind of take a step back and just make one really pretty book. And clearly you can see that this book has a ton of stuff. It's so pretty and frilly and girly and absolutely beautiful. I used mostly the amazing digital papers from the Pixie Dust File. Just fellow friend and artist Debrina Pratt, if you're watching, oh my gosh, your papers just absolutely make me happy every single time. And whenever I am not making a lot of things, I always turn to her papers and I always create something beautiful. So I just want to send a shout out and a thank you. And then let's do a flip through. Oh, this book will be listed in my Etsy shop tomorrow, Monday the 16th. I just wanted to go ahead and do the flip through tonight on this quiet Sunday evening because it's so pretty. I just wanted to share. And so let's see, this one measures like 5 1/4, but if you go down to the ruffle, it's 7 1/2. The actual cover is 4, but with the signatures and things, it's about 5. And then, yeah, it's got a lot. There are 3 signatures that I've sewn in. And then I did cover the stitching with this really pretty pink fabric here and some bows. I added this beautiful rose because it's very sturdy. It's just made from very thick, like that mulberry paper, which is very close to like a handmade paper, so it's durable. And it's just so pretty. I absolutely love it. Living here in Michigan now, it's so farm related and the fall is coming and it's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm just so inspired to be living here. So yeah, on the cover, I did do some embossing with the gold paint that just really adds so much to these beautiful papers. And then I stitched in gold on both covers. And I did the same gold on both covers. And then on the cover here, I had this piece of really pretty pleated lace. And I think it must have been the, like either the beginning or the end of the yardage because there's some masking tape on it. And I left that because I just, for some reason, really love little accents like that from the industry or, you know, I collect usually things that are in lots or things that were given to my mother back when she was a doll maker. I'm not quite sure where this one came from, but I just really love that little piece right there, and it just adds interest. And there's another little something in here, which I'll show you when we get to it, from the day, you know, back in the day when you know, you could go to Woolworths and buy things like this on a bolt, or similar, I guess, to Joann's for us today. So here's the cover. I mean, inside on the cover. And I did line the covers with the beautiful lighter pink version of these papers from the Pixie Dust Files. And links will be down below for these papers as well. The little vellum pocket here, and then I just, on a piece of velvet, sewed on this really pretty rose charm. Has a little dangling sparkly bit at the end. Some really pretty prima roses, seam binding, little bits of laces and things. And then in the pocket, just some tags to write on, to journal. If this is for a gift, you know, you can write a little note, or if it's for you, just some fun little pieces and things that you get in her kits to play with, like little tickets and things. This book belongs to are always fun. So yeah, I just stuck that in there. And then on my desk, just one of the cutest little dresses that I had fussy cut. And of course I had to add that. And I just love the way it sits behind the vellum. So cute. And then on this page, now there are some other digitals as well. Not many, but I'll point them out if I can. Like this is Ruby and Pearl, and I had this on my desk, which went so well. The Once Upon a Time, this really pretty seam binding. And then some more gold and trims. And you can see the different layers, the cascading pages. I love the different layers of all the pages. So on the other side of this one is a little fussy cut theater curtain, and then I'm gonna try to show you if I can. This is little iridescent heart beaded trim down here on the bottom, and then I thought how cute to tuck in this dapper gentleman above the heart trim. I just thought that was so cute. And then maybe he has a lady, so I put them two together. But I love, love, love the dapper gentleman in that little pocket there. And then I did add a lot of rhinestones and little sparkly bits to this book. I've been working on it for quite a while, just adding things as I go. It's probably why it got so fat, but it's really been fun just working on one and having all these fun little flip overs, the stamping, sewing little buttons on little tiny pieces of crochet, and I did that on both sides. Here's the other one. And then this is a little flip, and here you can see there's some little scraps. Sorry, little ballerinas have little tiny pearls, and here's the little it's like a little cluster of laces and things. And then this is a little flip. It says beautiful story down at the bottom. Just love. And then I did have a lot of gold splattered paint papers in my collection, so I added a few in this book for interest and fun. And these are cardstock, so you can have a lot of fun drawing, sketching, different colors, Sharpies. You can use all different kinds of pens on these papers. This one here has an embossed image on the corners, like a really beautiful letter. I hope you can see that. It's nighttime here, but I have all my lamps going, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything. And I do have included a pink clothespin here to help with the pages. And as I was creating this book, it definitely helped me keep the pages, so we'll get to that too if they get to be harder to hold back. Here I just added another little flip over. So fun, such beautiful images. I love layering the laces. And then it's a pocket, so behind this image, this is from her she has a kit of like 100 images. They're all like really beautiful typographies and things. And that's from there. And then behind this page are just some really beautiful Anna Griffin papers. Just love Anna Griffin papers. I always have. And it's really fun to use them in my books. It's such a special little thing to add. And then I tucked in a fun little tag of Debrina's for the other side, because I like to make sure my pockets are full of things. And then here's some sketchbook paper. This is the beginning of the first, or the center of the first signature. And I always love to add sketchbook because I love the interest, plus if you want to sketch. And then I just added You Are Enough and Celebrate Every Day. Pink seam binding for the signatures. And then this is a little tuck spot right here, this gorgeous little cutie. I'm not quite sure if that's a Pixie Dust Files. It looks like it could be. I'm not quite sure on the children, but I did add a fun little rosette up here. And those are handmade by me. And then it's a little pocket behind there. And I added some things that I just had on my desk, which I believe this is Ruby and Pearl as well. And so is this. I'm pretty sure. And that's just a beautiful mother and women with children there. Not really, it's just a pretty book. I just tried to find pretty things and fun little things like this I could play with. This is, again, from the Pixie Dust Files. Gorgeous, gorgeous imagery. The colors are perfect. I did make little tutus for them and decorated them with all kinds of little sparkly bits. I hope you can see. And then in this little pocket here, which is a pretty good sized pocket, I did make a little notepad. And it's just a fun little book. It's got a little pocket on the behind on the cover. Just some more sketchbook paper, some wallpaper, some lined papers. Just a fun little book for you. And then on this side, if you follow me, you know I absolutely adore the little dresses, and I love to decorate them. This one has a sweet little hanger charm, so cute. And then the whole thing flips up, and you've got a place to write here. Plus, you can decorate or add a little picture to the back. And you can see most of the papers have been tea dyed. Some have the gold sparkle in them, which you probably can't see on camera, but up close you can. And then just some fussy cut roses. Here's a little dangle that I had left over from one of my covers, and I thought it was so fun just to add it to this beauty. And I did put some sparkle on her, and then a little chandelier tag in there. All kinds of tabs and things to help you find your way. Again, another cute little curtain with the sparkly bits up there. I don't know if you can see them, I hope. And then in here is a little tuck spot as well. And then the gorgeous ballerina shoes. And I did put some sparkle on those. So cute. And then, so this is the other side of the ruby and pearl paper. And then this is just scrapbook paper. So here's the other side of the rose paper. So beautiful. And then this is the beginning of the second signature. And I had these pieces of double printed papers of mine, and I just used them for fun. I thought it would be fun to have some papers that aren't, you know, full size, where you could just write a little quote on the back, or if you have a special memory or a prayer, or a little tiny picture of loved ones you could add. I just thought it was so fun, and they're so pretty. It's just a fun way to use your printed scraps, in my opinion. So yeah, I did that. And then on the other side of this blue rose, I attached this printable from the Pixie Dust Files. And then look at this darling little girl. I added this picture. So cute. And then I did a little cute little charm for her down here. And then this is a pocket. I folded the paper up, so there's two of them. And inside, well, first I attached this really pretty crochet, probably like a little coaster, maybe the beginning of a coaster. And I attached a button to the center, added a pretty little rose stamp there, and then some fun tags and things for you to journal on. Printed double-sided, just some pretty papers. And there's tons of room in these for more. It's a full, I'll show you this way. It's a full-size pocket in there. So you can put a whole bunch of papers and things in there. And then on the other side, just a little cluster of some embroidered netting, some gold trim just for interest. Here's a page of my Mozart book. And then another little cutie here. So cute. And they were all on my desk, so I'm so happy to have been able to put them all together and just create this pretty little book. I stamped priceless here. And then, of course, journaling, you can see the gold paint. And then on her little bow are the ballerina slippers. And then I added a little milk glass bead as well. So cute. And I love the way the book just sits open like this. Like if you had this on your desk, it would look so pretty. just open, with all the beautiful cascading pages and all the laces and ruffles and pretty bits to look at. I've really enjoyed seeing it on my desk as I've been working on it, so hopefully it will bring someone joy to look at it as well. And so on the other side, another little tuck spot with some images. I did add this pretty embroidered netting that I have here, the sequin flower, so pretty. And then just some more printables from the Pixie Dust Files. So cute. So many things to play with in her shop. And then this is this center of the second signature, and it's this gorgeous embossed vintage envelope. And I closed the envelope and then just opened the top so that it would create 2 pockets up above, like so. And so inside on this side, just some beautiful, more printed papers of mine, some beautiful rose tags from her shop. And then this one I attached a little crown and another little sparkly button just for some interest. And of course there's plenty of room in here for more. I think if you had letters or things that you've been keeping, it'd be a really pretty place to put letters. And then on this side, if you didn't have letters, I did incorporate this really fun shabby piece of paper for you to write one. And it's just so pretty. I love the crumpledness to it. I think it matches this envelope beautifully. And it's a nice large size for you to write a good story on there. So that's that. And like I said, there's plenty of room on both sides for you to add things to. A little sample stamp here, the papers and letters, one of my favorite ones. And then on this side, I just clipped on a few beautiful images, again from the Pixie Dust Files. So many gorgeous, gorgeous images. I have a whole bucket of her papers, and when I want to just kind of get away and just work on something pretty, I always pull out her digitals. Here's a pretty little paper clip with a little jewelry piece on it, and then I attached this beauty. She's got her pearls and her cake as she is ready for a party. So sweet. Just love these images. Plenty of room for stories there. I did hand stamp this little rose here, and there's another one. I don't think I pointed it out. It's more in the beginning right here. It's so pretty. It's just a long stem rose. And that's the other side of the Mozart paper. And then I did do a couple of rose wax seals. This one's so pretty. Just love it. And this is the other side of the pocket. And again, just some tags for you to journal on. Write your story. And add things to, you know, extra pictures, things like that. And I do put some little bits of the aged tape on here for fun. That's also made by me. And then just some more little scrap, little fabric clusters, some pretty laces. I can actually show you. I just got these recently at a St. Paul's thrift shop. Just noticed it. Aren't they beautiful? I love coming across things like these. And so this book has a little of both of those in there. And then here are the other side of those fun little papers. And so this one I just made a little tuck spot. One of my favorite images from her shop. And then this is just a little cut apart of one of her tags, but it's still so beautiful. And you could certainly put a little something on there. And then a little fabric piece up here. And then this one, I made a little tuck spot behind this little stamped label. And it's just a little French ticket there for interest. So pretty. Again, you could still write or add your little pictures. Oh gosh, I live next to the fire department, and so every time they get a call, that thing goes off. It is annoying, but I know you can hear my voice through it, so I'm gonna keep going, but I am sorry about that. I actually don't mind living by them because, you know, it's safe, and it'll stop in a few minutes. So just please accept my apologies there. And then this is the beginning of the third signature. You can see the pink wallpaper that I used on the spine too, which I love. And then I'm looking for the center. Oh, okay, it's here. So yeah, this is the last signature. Again, just some more really beautiful digitals. And then I did a little safety pin down here with some leaves and a little hand stamped tag. You know, every time I sit down to do a video, I always think that thing is gonna go off when I'm talking. And this is the second time it's happened. So I think I've done pretty good, but it's still just so annoying. I did fussy cut one of her little dresses for you. I just thought it would be fun to let you play with one. And then this is a little tuck spot here. So behind there, I put the little dress. Whoa, it seems louder tonight. Gosh, I'm sorry. If it's annoying when I play this back, I'll redo the video, but my windows are closed too. Anyway, just some more little fussy cut cutouts from her collections. I love this one with the little bluebird. It says the bluebird for happiness, and it's this gorgeous antique cloche. Just love. And then here's the other little fun like industry thing I was telling you about. This is a little sticker, and it was on the seam binding here, and it was wrapped in this crinkly stuff, and it was aged beautifully, and it was 31 cents back in the fabric department. And so I just added it to this book. And I'm going to start to use more things like this in my journals. I've been collecting things like this for a while, so I've got a nice collection going. So soon I'm going to have some fun with some real vintage items like that, not just the laces and things. So yeah, it's fun. And then here's some really beautiful sequin lace down at the bottom. Plus I really liked the red label too. It just was really cool. I liked it. And then that's a little pocket. And then, excuse me, in the pocket are just some little tags with a pretty little ribbon and this gorgeous little cutie. And I did put a little sparkle on her as well. So cute. Here's some more tabs. Here's the other side of the ruby and pearl. And then I added, like, here's some vintage trim right here, probably from the 60s. It's cotton. It's really pretty and fun. And I don't get to use it a lot, so I was really happy that it worked in this book. And then on this page, I just paper clipped this gorgeous doily. Absolutely beautiful. Love the floral. And a really pretty little embossed piece of paper for you. Just something pretty for you. And then on the other side, a couple of just ephemera bits and tags, journaling cards for you to journal on. Daydreaming hand stamped up here. I love this pink paper. It's like a construction craft paper. It's really old. And I did line it with some book pages for durability. I just love the color of it. And then here's another little pocket and the other gold or wax seal. So cute. And then in this pocket again, just some more tags, journaling cards, ephemera pieces. And then this is a sticker of a frame. And you just peel it away right here. And I thought it'd be fun. You could put it anywhere you want and write a little something on the inside. You could you know, use it, get a little picture of a loved one and peel it and stick it and put it on a picture. So I just thought that was something fun for you to play with in there. And then this is the center of the last signature, the third signature, and it's just a beautiful image. Absolutely love it. I don't remember where it's from, but I just love it. It's like a little girl in the hat shop, and there are all these beautiful hats. My mom had my mom sold dolls, or she created dolls, and one of her dolls she created was the Milner, and she had this beautiful dress and all of these fancy hats like this with feathers and ruched seam binding and flowers, and they were attached to her dress, and she was a peddler, and she would, you know, walk through the town and sell her hats. It was the funnest doll, and I just love this image. It reminded me of that. So yeah. And then again, on the other side, just a little tuck spot here, and then here's a label I kept blank for you, and then some more tags for you, and then I made the little label a tuck spot as well. Oops, hold on. The little girl goes in the tuck spot. So cute. Here's the other side of the pink paper, Wild and Free up there, and then another little dress. And then this one has love and a little rose charm up there. Oh, I don't know what's going on. We never really hear sirens too much, even though the fire department is right there. Thankfully, it doesn't go off that much, so I hope nothing's wrong. This is a very, very small town I live in. I kind of joke around like it's Mayberry, but it really is like Mayberry here. The post office it's just like Mayberry. That's all I can say. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, and then here is the cutest little picture. It's one of my favorite ones. I hope this video isn't too dark. She's just so cute. I put some little pearls on her. I gave her this really beautiful little mint bow. So cute to match her dress. And then I've got all these layers down here. And then she's a little pocket as well. Again, some more Anna Griffin paper here. I just love this golden rose paper. And then some more ephemera from the Pixie Dust Files in there. Lots of room for more in there. And I always think if this book were going to your home, you could purchase from the Pixie Dust Files and add to this book. Any of her digitals would match this book. So that's really fun. Or if you just had ephemera of your own, you could add that as well. Beautiful rose images. And then here's the back page here. And I'll get to that, but I want to show you first the little pink bag. I just had some fun. This is one of my favorite things to do lately in my journals is these little pink bags. It's like a little glassine bag. I did put a little rose sticker on there, and then some little fabric bits here. And then inside, just some extra little fun things for you to play with. And let me just make sure I got them all out. So the first thing I added was a piece of embroidered, or a piece of embossed paper, some circle tags, a couple of really cute little sparkly frames, and a gold crown. So I just thought that would be fun for you to play with. And then this little book will come with a little envelope of extra goodies, of things that I didn't fit in the book. Plus, I just like to always send my books off with another little envelope of goodies for you to play with. Just as like a little surprise, because it's fun and I love to give. And so that is for that. I also have some really fun videos coming up that I'm actually working on right now. I stopped procrastinating and I'm going to be doing some fun things. I am working on the Creative Studio, or the My Creative Studio. And if you remember, I did an unboxing of that. I'll just show you real quick the little pelicans and things. So that's on my desk. So I'm going to have some videos for that coming up. So stay tuned if you're subscribed. If you're not and you want to subscribe to my channel for those, I'm going to be doing lots of fun things with that box collection coming up. And then here's what I ended with here. Absolutely gorgeous image from the Pixie Dust Files. I did add a little rhinestone charm here and some really pretty ribbons and velvet, and then it's just a little pocket here with a tag. So I just love the whole thing about these papers. and I will keep using them. I just have only begun creating with these papers. So it's very, very inspiring to turn to these papers. They're just so absolutely beautiful. My signature is right there. And then we didn't really need the clothespin, but it's still going to be included. As I was working, it was easy to just keep things pinned back as I was working on this book. So this will come with this book, and I keep it right here, but of course you can just put it wherever you need it. I did put some washi tape on it for fun, but that concludes the flip through of this beautiful book. Again, this will be listed tomorrow in my Etsy shop. The links will be down below. Thank you all so very much for your comments, whether they're here or on Instagram or YouTube. I know there's a few on YouTube I need to respond back to, so please just stay with me and I will get to you, I promise. I'm just in awe of some of the things that I receive as comments. They just blow me away each and every time. I am so blessed to be in such a wonderful and warm community of people that just are amazing, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you and your beautiful comments. They help me so much. So I just wanted to make sure I said a thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe and like and all that fun stuff would help me out, and my channel, of course, and just I will see you in the next video. But thank you for watching, and bye for now.